Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I can move the world. Archimedes' famous quotation gets truer every year. With the right tools, you can accomplish heroic feats of productivity that were hitherto impossible. And today, I'm going to show you my 8 favorite productivity apps I'm using to get more done in 2021. They've been helping me put out 3 videos per week, run my marketing agency, write consistently, work on the Airbnb project, learn archery, launch new products, and still have a social life at the end of it. Now, app number 1 is Roam Research. Roam is a note-taking tool for networked thought. It lets you create notes and then link all of those notes together in a really seamless web-based knowledge graph that lets you organize basically anything you've ever learned, thought, written, or been interested in. I love it because it's the first note-taking tool or knowledge management tool that is fit with the messiness of all the thoughts and knowledge that float around in my head. And more than any other app, I find it really brings out my maker creative brain. It almost inspires me to write more than I ever was before. Dan Schipper actually wrote an entire article on his blog Super Organizers about how my extensive use of Roam lets me live in the matrix as I surf between all the knowledge and things I've collected over the years. While Roam is called a note-taking tool, it's really a thinking tool. It's where I come up with new ideas, store my book notes, do all of my writing, and I love it so much that I created this whole course on it called Effortless Output so that other people could learn to use Roam as well. One of the first things that I do in the morning is open it up and write down some morning pages and collect any ideas that are floating around in my head. Or if I'm on the go and I think of something that I might want to write about or make a video about, I'll add it there with my topic idea tag so I can quickly find it later. It's incredible for turning on that creative brain. So if you want to write more, remember more of what you read, do any of that, definitely check out roamresearch.com and the course effortlessoutput.com because you could probably learn a lot. You could really benefit from having a good knowledge management tool in your tool belt. Next up, we have Zapier, and Zapier is this amazing magical tool that a surprising number of people don't know about. Zapier is a tool that lets you network together all of your different online apps. So for example, if you want something to happen in Google Drive whenever something happens in Asana, or if you want a Slack message whenever somebody buys from you on Shopify, Zapier lets you hook all that stuff together. Without Zapier, I would have to do so much manual data transfer, copying information from different tools, and I just wouldn't be able to move as fast with the different things that I do. I easily save 5 to 10 hours a week across all of the things that automates for my life, and at Growth Machine, we equate Zapier to being worth at least 1 or 2 people in terms of how much time it saves us setting up our projects for clients and staying on top of tasks. Whenever I'm building a process or a new system, Zapier is my go-to tool because of how easy it makes it to create a system once and then have it automatically repeat in the future without you doing anything else. Let me show you how we're using it for my editorial calendar for YouTube.
So we have all of our ideas for YouTube videos in a big Airtable like this. And whenever I pick one that I want to do a video on, we set a publish date. And just by setting the publish date, we kick off this really powerful zap, which I'll show you here. You can see some of the Growth Machine zaps there in here as well. But we've got this big 17-step long zap. And what this does is whenever a new record in Airtable has a date assigned to it, it creates a folder for that video. It makes the script and the show notes for it. It makes a task for it in our editorial calendar, and then it creates all of the subtasks for that task and assigns them to the right people with all the due dates. So just by adding a date in Airtable, Zapier creates a task that looks like this. It's got the script, it's got the show notes, it's got all of the sub steps that need to get done in order to complete it, and all of their due dates. It's got the right person tagged on each task. And now whenever I log into my Asana, I know exactly what I need to be working on to make sure that we stay on top of our aggressive publishing schedule.
So if you're someone who does a lot of work online and you have any processes that repeat or that need to be related between multiple apps, definitely check out Zapier. They've got 600 some apps in their database that you can connect together. So almost anything that you wish were being done automatically for you, you can find a way to do with it. Next up, we have freedom. Freedom is how I protect myself from my desire to procrastinate because I'm a stupid monkey, you probably are too, and there's a lot of things commanding our attention. And if I don't have a way to block all those distractions, then they would easily eat up my entire day. So what freedom does is it lets you pick certain websites and apps that you want to block and then prevent yourself from accessing them on your computer, phone, everywhere for a set period of time. You could try to use your willpower to resist temptation all the time, but why waste all that energy if an app can just do it for you, right? It's a lot easier to open up a tab, to go to Twitter and then be told, up, you can't go there, than it is to always be thinking, don't go on Twitter, don't go on Twitter, don't go on Twitter. It just takes all of that thinking out of the equation. So when I sit down to write or to work on a script for this video or anything like that, one of the first things I'll do is turn on freedom so that I can't go on Twitter or check my YouTube stats or go on Reddit or anything else. So if you're like me and you're easily distracted and you find yourself procrastinating, goofing off on other sites all the time, freedom could be a really, really good solution to help you get some of that time back. Next up is one you're probably familiar with, which is Asana. Asana is what I use for all of my task and project management. We use it extensively at Growth Machine for all of our client and process management, and I now use it for a lot of my personal stuff too, now that I'm working with more of a team on my site, on YouTube, things like that. I love Asana because I've tried literally every popular project management tool under the sun, right? I've used ClickUp and Monday and Todoist, and I've used Notion, obviously, and all these other productivity and project management tools, and Asana is just the best. It's lightweight enough to be functional for personal projects, but also intense and robust enough for really big team projects. It also integrates with so many other apps, including Zapier, that it makes it super easy to create relationships between everything and automate new tasks, projects, checking things off, adding Google Docs and Dropbox folders and things like that, so that you can tie everything together into Asana really, really tightly. Let me give you a little preview of how we're using it for the YouTube editorial calendar. Got a little preview of this when we were talking about Zapier, but this is an example of how we're using Asana to manage everything for the YouTube editorial calendar for the videos you're seeing right now. And this is super helpful because there's now 4 to 5 people touching every video. There's me, there's Michael, who runs the whole process, Amanda, my assistant, who I work with on basically everything, and then Michael has other people helping with script editing, doing the actual video editing, things like that. So once you involve more people, Asana gets really helpful. I'll show you kind of how we're doing it. So you saw how Zapier creates these tasks, and they just show up over here. And once they're created, they've got the script, they've got the show notes, and they've got all of these subtasks. Now again, I didn't create any of this, right? This all gets automatically populated by Zapier. But then when I'm looking at my tasks for the day, I know what I need to get done to make sure everything's on schedule. And as videos move through different stages, we'll move them to the next column. So for example, my favorite productivity apps, I'm still finishing up this because here we are doing this Asana demo. And once this is done, I'll be able to move it into the editing column. And so this just makes sure that we stay on top of everything. It's nice that we can see a calendar view of when all these different videos are coming out. So you can see I'm recording this on November 4th, but it's not going to come out until the 15th. So nicely ahead of schedule. Tomorrow's going to be Almanac Naval Ravikant. You haven't checked that out. And this just lets me know that everything is on track, what I need to get done today to keep it on track, and what everybody else on the team needs to contribute, and if anybody's falling behind anywhere. So it's really, really powerful for more complex project management like this. And again, especially when you involve other people. If you're somebody who works on a lot of projects and needs to stay on top of a bunch of different tasks, and especially if you're working with any kind of team, Asana is probably going to be the best tool for the job. Now, complementary to Asana, we have Notion. And Notion, to me, is a tool for knowledge and wiki management across teams. It's really phenomenal for documenting all the processes or bits of information that a group of people need to easily have access to. And I love it for this because the robust database structures that are built into Notion, combined with how richly you can format the pages, creates a really beautiful wiki system for documenting anything that your team needs to know. We use it for all of our knowledge management at Growth Machine, and I use it for a decent amount of it with my team as well. Let me give you a little preview of how we use it for some of our process stuff at Growth Machine. So this is sort of how we have our Notion set up, and this is based on Kei's course Supercharge Your Productivity with Notion, which I definitely recommend checking out if you want to get better at using Notion yourself. But we have these top-level areas, we have this top-level database called Para, which are projects, areas, resources, and then the archive. And then within each of these areas, there's other pages. So, YouTube is related to the YouTube editorial calendar, which is in our notes board. And if we're opening up YouTube editorial calendar, we have some of the initial thinking that we did around what kinds of videos to make for this channel. Stuff like healthy habits for high performers, Roam tutorials, learning new things, articles that have done well on my site, book notes. This helped us start to create the editorial calendar, and we used to actually do the whole editorial calendar in Notion before we moved it into Asana. So you can see kind of what the first version of this looked like. And this is based on Ali Abdal and Thomas Frank's templates that that they've shared on their channels. So we didn't invent that. But This is sort of a good overview of how we're using Notion. Most stuff just goes into this notes database related to different parts of Para. So my check-ins with Amanda, buying printer, finding landscapers in Austin, working on the Airbnb, a lot of that information lives here. And it's just really, really useful because then if I ever need to find something, or Amanda needs to find something, or Michael needs to find something, we probably have a page in our Notion database that collects all of that information. So it's just great for managing all of that kind of like wiki style info. So yeah, if you have a team that needs to organize a lot of information together, definitely try Notion because it's been phenomenal for keeping it all in one place for us at Growth Machine. Next up, we have Instapaper. And Instapaper is a simple read it later app that lets me save anything that I want to read in the future so that I don't have to be distracted by it at that moment. Instapaper has apps for basically every device and a really good browser experience. I can save articles when they're sent to me, and then later when I want to read something, I can just pop it open on my phone or on my iPad or on my computer, of course, and read it there. I love it because by saving everything into Instapaper and then later opening Instapaper and deciding what to read, I'm making sure that I'm not just reading whatever most recently came across my desk or my feed, and I'm reading things that I'm really interested in. Also, since it can save your progress across multiple devices, I could start reading something on my laptop and finish it on my phone, or start on my iPad and finish it on my laptop later. And that makes it really easy to slowly work through long articles. The built-in highlighting in Instapaper is super useful too, because if you know me, I take a lot of highlights on things I read. I love saving information, and Instapaper makes it really easy to just save things as you're going that you might want to refer back to later. So if you're a curious person who likes to read a lot of things, but don't want to be constantly distracted by reading an article as soon as it's sent to you, Instapaper is the perfect solution. Next up, also in the personal knowledge management realm, we have Airr. Airr is just the best podcast player out there. Because what Airr lets you do is it lets you save audio highlights. It's so cool. It's basically like any other podcast player on the surface, but built into it is this ability to quickly tap on your phone to save an Airr quote if you hear something that you really like, or if you're on the go, you can triple tap on your headphones and that'll just save the last 45 seconds of audio. Then if you are going through your Airr library later, you can see all the audio snippets you've saved. So whenever you hear a great idea, or there's an interesting stat you want to follow up on, or the host says something really profound, you can save that and then review it later. You don't have to forget things that you hear in podcasts anymore. So if you're somebody who buys into the philosophy that you should have a capture habit, that you should be taking notes on things you're reading and learning, but you've been frustrated by your inability to do that with podcasts, Airr is the answer. Now, if you're using Airr, as well as Instapaper, Roam, Notion, any of these other apps, then you also definitely want to be using Readwise. What Readwise does is kind of like how Zapier creates relationships between different apps. Readwise creates relationships between everywhere you read and everywhere you take notes. So whenever I'm reading on Instapaper and I'm highlighting something, or listening to something on Airr and saving the audio, Readwise works in the background to magically send those notes straight into my Roam database. Love it because it saves me so much time and energy having to copy and paste notes from one place to another. You used to have to like plug in your Kindle and then open up the clippings.txt file and highlight all of them and copy them into somewhere else. Now I can just highlight on the Kindle or Instapaper, it automatically goes into Roam, or I can use the super cool Readwise OCR scanner and just scan my highlights from books directly into my database. That's awesome. If you're someone who reads a lot and wants to more easily save and organize your notes from everything you read, you have to check out Readwise because it's going to be a total game changer for you. Now, having really good productivity tools is super important, and it can be the difference between operating at 100% or 75% of your capacity, which is why I like testing and optimizing these things so much. If you want to optimize your sleep, definitely check out my video on my favorite sleep tech, where I go into the things that have dramatically improved how well I sleep, and again, let me be more effective during the day. Also, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe because I'm going to be doing a lot more videos on how to use technology to live a more productive life. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.